think a lot about imperfections in works of art. I like to think of them as these like sacred portals in some way. I think an amateur eye or an early eye can see these as technical failings in some way, but I really don't think they are. So what I'm talking about with an imperfection is either some interesting blurring of two different techniques or styles, a really ambiguous element that doesn't really make any sense, these components of rawness or a sense of being unfinished in some way. I love those imperfections. I think that they really, first of all, they really show the artist's hand and their process of exploration, which I appreciate. I like to think about them as the whole point and just see how that changes my interpretation of the piece. So if there's a component let's say a painting, where the canvas seems to come through the paint more than any other place, and you could say that it was a mistake, that there was meant to be more paint there and they somehow forgot. You could also choose to see that as fully intentional, and honestly, I think that it probably is. And contemplate that choice and really get curious about what the artist's intent was with leaving that raw or unfinished or ambiguous in whatever way they did, or blurring the line in whatever way they did. And when you start to read the painting in that way and really examine those like plot holes as potentially the whole point, as deep meaning or sacred in some way, I think you can gather intel about the piece in a way that you otherwise would not be able to. And it can significantly alter your understanding of the work and really deepen your overall appreciation for it. So it's something that I am delighted by when I see in a work of art. And I guess this is just my invitation for you to get curious about that and to also be delighted by it.